Warning, some viewers may find the following content disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello my dorks, it's the Dork over here, and welcome to part 2 of creepypasta debunking. So, what story is in sight for the second episode? Let's stick with the Sonic theme for now, and focus on Sonic.exe. Now overall, this, again like the Tails Doll Curse, was a very easy creepypasta to debunk, but like in the last part, before we go about my facts and descriptions of how and why I debunked it, let's give you a quick summary of the story so you can get up to speed. Tom was just a normal Sonic player. When he got a knock on the door, he went to go and answer it, and there was a parcel lying on the doorstep. He brought it inside and unwrapped it. And inside was a normal floppy disk with just the word Sonic written on it in crude black marker. There was also a note attached from his friend Kyle, who had been missing for 2 weeks. Kyle said in the note that he should destroy the CD at all costs, or else something will come for Tom. And he said, don't play the game, that's what he wants. But Tom just brushed this off and decided to ignore it. He launched the game with an application called Sonic.exe. He loaded the game and it was normal, except for a split-second frame in the title card. He swore that he could see things were different. The title card had now been rusted. The background was dark and gloomy. The river, instead of being blue, was now a crimson and blood red. The Sega 1991 text at the bottom was now replaced with Sega 666. But the worst detail was Sonic himself. He had full black eyes, and they were bleeding, and he had a longer smile. He then loaded the game and saw that it was the Sonic and 3 and Knuckles loading scene, when that shouldn't be in Sonic 1. Not deterred, he pressed Tails and started the game. Instead of Green Hill Act 1, it was just Hill. He wandered through the zone for about 5 minutes. Everything was completely bare, and the music began to go lower and lower. He eventually found Sonic lying against a tree. Tails walked over to interact with him. All he could hear was deep static. Then Sonic opened his eyes and the screen cut to black. It said, "Hello, do you want to play with me?" It then transitioned to a title screen saying hide and seek. Tails was now in Angel Island, except everything was burning. He ran to the right while Tails looked at the screen, motioning for him to run away. The game was breaking the fourth wall. Then, Sonic appeared, teleporting all across the screen with scary faces. He then ran after Tails, and Tails was trying his best to run away. But he couldn't outrun him. Tails collapsed to the floor in a crying heap. Sonic then appeared behind him, then killed him. It went to a black, and text appeared saying, "You're too slow. Wanna try again?" It then cut back to the load screen, showing Tails, but different. He was black, and bloody eyes just like how Sonic was. With no other option, he chose Knuckles. The next zone loaded, and it said, "You can't run." He was in what looked like the scrap brain zone, but once again everything was black. He was wandering as Knuckles. Then the screen kept flashing into static and back to normal. Then eventually, the zone was drenched with blood. He was still walking to the right. Then Sonic appeared out of nowhere, scaring Knuckles to the floor. It went to black, and text appeared saying, "Found you." It then cut to what appeared to be like a boss sequence. Knuckles tried to punch Sonic over and over, but Sonic just kept teleporting out of the way every time. Knuckles then collapsed in a crying heap too. Then Sonic appeared behind him, and also killed him. It cut back to the loading screen with a title card saying, "So many souls to play with, so little time. Won't you agree?" It would then show Knuckles, dead and greyer, just like how Tails was. Tom decided that enough was enough, and he then shut off the game and had a nap. During his dream, he had Sonic approaching him, taunting and laughing at him, with the corpses of Tails and Knuckles coming and talking to him, telling him to run. Tom did not listen, however. He then proceeded to load the game back up and played through the final level as Dr. Robotnik. It was simply titled ... He was in a blank room and he kept walking to the right. He could swear he saw Sonic's shadows hiding in curtains as they swayed back and forth. He then climbed down the stairs, Robotnik having a look of confusion on his face. Then Sonic appeared right in front of him, and the screens cut to static for a good 15 seconds, then appeared with a massive photo of Sonic saying, "I am God." It was grotesque. Sonic was more realistic than usual. His teeth were covered in chunks of flesh and blood. He looked terrifying. After about a while, it cut back to saying, "Ready for round 2? It then showed Sonic with the corpses of Eggman, Knuckles and Tails. He then shut off the game. He heard a voice whisper behind him, "Try to keep this interesting for me, Tom." Tom turned around, and on his bed was a Sonic plushie, bleeding from its eyes. And now that you've had a quick summary of the story, let's ask the question, is Sonic.exe real, or is he fake? Well, ding! No, of course he's not real. And let's discuss why Sonic.exe is fake. Like I said in my Tails doll debunking video, it is impossible for a game to kill you, or be possessed. No matter what is on the game, no matter how possessed, evil, or strange it may be, it can never harm you. Also, don't you think this would be big news, game killing people, a possessed plush? If Tom and that was really haunted by a Sonic doll and it killed him at the end, where are the news reports? Surely this would be big news, right? Confusing, but there's more. Also, just the whole concept of it is just completely ridiculous. How can a plush chase after you and kill you? He should be able to take the thing on. And he was a freaking idiot in this one. Anybody with a hint of morality should have been able to point out that, oh my god, scary game came out of nowhere saying it's going to kill me. Maybe I should just throw the thing away and be on the safe side. Nope, not Tom. He's a freaking idiot in the story. So, don't worry about the story coming to haunt you. And in conclusion, Sonic.exe is fake. And this story is really old, it's very riddled with cliches, it's not the best story in my opinion, there are a lot of better stories. So just remember, if Sonic.exe is scaring you at the night, you can tell him to fuck off and saying, "Screw you, Sonic.exe, you aren't real." Because he's not real. At least I think he's not. But on a serious note here, this was a really easy story to debunk. So, have good dreams and remember, he's not real. Most gaming creepypastas aren't real. I'll get to cover some more gaming creepypastas and also some lost episode ones in the future. Anyways, this has been the Dark Author with a creepypasta debunking video. If you like the series and like to see more episodes, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel so we can hit 200 subs for the Q&A, and comment down below what was your favourite bit of the debunking. And comment your opinions if you believe it. Also, if you still believe Sonic.exe is real, that's completely fine. You're entitled to your own opinion. This is just me showing the facts, but you can believe what you want, I won't judge. Anyways, this is the end of the video. I am now signing off.